Hey guys, welcome to another Samlish video. Today I got something a little bit different from the usual cell phones. This is actually a computer. So this is the Sony Vaio UX280P. And believe it or not, in this tiny box, this is my hand for comparison, in this tiny box, there's a full x86 Windows computer. So a little background on this product. The Sony UX was a UMPC, which stands for Ultra Mobile PC. And those were really popular back in like the mid 2000s. This one actually came out in 2006. And it was pretty much, most of them ran like, I think a lot of them ran like either a modified version of Windows or some sort of mobile operating system, but pretty much it was like a computer below the netbook, like even smaller than a netbook. And there were some really weird designs that came out of that era and that sort of category. And a lot of these UMPCs are super rare now. Sony actually had a couple of UMPCs, which I'll throw up on the screen, and they look pretty cool. But I got my hands on this one, which is also pretty cool. So let's take a look at it. And we're gonna unbox it and take a look at the hardware, and then in a separate video, to avoid this video being like over half an hour like all my other videos, I'm gonna take a look at the software later in another video. So first, let's take a look around the box. Looks like a pretty normal, just a shrunken down computer box actually. We got the Vaio branding on the front. A lot of Vaio products have, like, the Sony's Vaio line has a lot of really weird and cool designs that if I could get my hands on some, I'd definitely love to show you guys. These are pretty rare too. And here's the specs, which I'll quickly show you guys. So it comes with Windows XP Professional. We've got a single core Intel Core Solo processor U1400 that's clocked at 1.2 gigahertz with 2 megabytes of L2 cache. We have 1 gigabyte of DDR2 RAM. It's not upgradable, I don't think. We have a 40 gigabyte hard drive and a 4.5-inch WSVGA touchscreen. And then we got a memory, Sony's proprietary memory stick slot, and we've also got 2 cameras, a microphone, and a fingerprint sensor. And obviously, you know, Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and all that stuff, because this is ultra mobile. On the back here, we've got a sticker that says Windows Vista Premium Ready PC. So a lot of computers back in the day couldn't actually run Windows Vista because its Arrow interface, its Arrow user interface was so difficult to run. So a lot of computers actually had a little sticker on them that says Windows Vista capable, which I've always thought was kind of funny. On the side, nothing really here. And on the top, just, you know, warranty and stuff. So let's crack it open. I mean, it kind of already has been cracked open, but let's open it up here. And on the very top, I'm not actually sure how this was originally packaged. I did my best, because I did get this from a recycling center, but I think this is complete. I think we have everything in the box. So here we got a bunch of manuals. I'll actually take a look at this one in a second, because this has some funny stuff in it, and there's a little bit of a spoiler for what the computer looks like, but you know, we'll take a look at that. We've got Norton registration thing, whatever. You got how to create recovery disks. Oh no, we've got a product code for Microsoft Streets and Trips 2006 Essentials. How exciting. I actually don't know if that's a product code, but if anyone wants this, I'm sure they're all just jumping at the opportunity. Warranty card. Oh, here we actually have a product key. Microsoft Office Editions 2003 trial. Very exciting. We also got hotspots, which are powered by Singular. this one doesn't need a hotspot for reasons I'll show you in a bit. We've also got a safety information and this, which has all the contents of the box, which I'll also take a look at in a bit. Alright, so I'm kind of filming at an awkward angle here, but let's take a look inside. Let's fold this back. I've got the computer, the absolutely tiny computer. It's hard to believe this runs a full x86 version of Windows. In the case, also got a little package here, which I'll take out and show you guys. And then in here, we have lots of stuff as well, which I'm just gonna clear this all out. Alright guys, please excuse my disgusting floor, but let's take a look at everything we got here. So obviously we've got the device, we've got this box, we've got some extra tips, or whatever they're called, for the little track point mouse joystick thing. We've got a little cable management thing for the power brick. We've got, actually I have no idea what this thing is. It's Vaio branded, or Sony branded, yeah, Vaio branded. And I cannot figure out what it is. It's not actually listed in the package contents. So, yeah, I don't know, but if anyone can tell me what this is, please let me know. We've got a little dongle here. We've got Ethernet, VGA, AV, and the proprietary Sony thing connector there. And then we've got our charger. This is the cutest little charger. This actually uses the same barrel port that other Vaio computers have. I actually tested it out on another Sony Vaio and it fits, but I doubt this tiny little brick would adequately power it. But here it is, absolutely tiny. It's one thing you'll notice with this computer is it's just so cute. You got the little barrel plug, and there's a little indicator light there. And then, of course, the other end, which is really short. And in this box here, we've got a docking station. So I put the docking station together off camera, just because, you know, it's just two simple little pieces right here. And it actually adds a lot, because this computer is so small, you can't really have that many ports on it. But it's really nice that they actually include all this in the box. I kind of wish companies would do that today. But we got AV out, USB, Kingston lock on the back. I think this is Firewire. I've never actually been sure what this is. Got VGA with the little screw holes. The other one didn't have that. Two more USB ports, an Ethernet, and a pass-through for the DC power. And then on the front here, we've got a little light to let you know it's plugged in, and another pass-through. This is for the headphone and microphone. And we got some vents as well. And this piece supports the tablet, or the device. You can kind of clip that in so not too much stress is placed on the port, which is pretty clever. Now this big piece of paper here just has all the package contents in it. Some of which are already attached to the computer, like the stylus, the lanyard, and the battery. But there's the package contents, and we've also got a quick start guide, kind of spoiling the big reveal of the computer though. And just all this stuff. Another thing I just want to quickly flip through is the solutions. So a lot of electronics back in the mid-2000s came with a little accessories catalog, which I love looking through because there's always some weird and stupid accessories here, and I wish they still did it, but you know, a lot of this stuff is just kind of overpriced. But we got our very well-dressed, actually I'm not so sure about well-dressed, but we got our businessman here in his Mazda Miata with his Sony Vaio, getting lots of work done just sitting on the desktop there. Well, let's open this up and see. So we got some accessories for the TX series notebook. Nothing's really that interesting here, but the prices are pretty interesting. So 1/2 GB of RAM, 1/2 GB of RAM stick is $300. Just let that sink in. I'm sure, I mean, that was probably kind of expensive back in the day too. I don't know how much RAM was going for back in 2006, but judging that this is all first-party accessories, I'm guessing it's probably a little overpriced. But that's just crazy. 1/2 GB of RAM for $300. Just a single stick of laptop RAM. And you know, you got some other kind of ridiculously priced stuff, like this $100 privacy filter, which is literally just a piece of plastic, or this really ugly, unergonomic looking mouse here, this Bluetooth wireless mouse up here. I mean, how is that comfortable to use? That looks like it would kind of dig into your hands. Anyways, let's see what we got for the Vaio UX here. We got an extended battery for $350, a $280 40 GB hard drive, a $150 Bluetooth keyboard, which is actually reasonably priced compared to everything else here. Some extra styluses for $20, whatever. We got another dock. They call it a port replicator. I guess if you need another one or it breaks, you can pay $200 for this piece of plastic. We got a $50 leather case, an external DVD drive, which is $400, which is it's just an external USB DVD drive. Or maybe not USB, maybe this is iLink. I wonder if this right here, I wonder if this is iLink, I don't know. And we also got some screen protectors and an AC adapter. Let's see what else. And a Bluetooth GPS receiver. You can already see the device is like super weird looking. Let's see what else. Alright, so let's take a look at the device itself now. So it's in this little carrying case. And here it is. I'm honestly in love with this thing. It looks so strange, like, I don't know, like futuristic. Although obviously, you know, you got this stuff now. But it just looks so like cool. Like it's just everything in this compact little form factor, which is really impressive. Especially considering this was 2006. So let's take a look around. So on the front, we got this 4.5-inch resistive touch display that's actually really sharp, and I'll show you that in the next video, and also demonstrate some of the accessories that came with it in the next video. And on the front here, we've got a front-facing camera. You know, it's 2006 webcam quality. We've also got I think this is it's a speaker. Yeah, it's a speaker because the microphone's right down here. We got a speaker here, mono speaker, as well as a fingerprint sensor. You know, just your average fingerprint sensor on a laptop for the time. Pretty reliable, but also pretty slow. On this side, we've got your right and left click, or left and right click. The bigger one being the left click, and then you got your right click here. And this is a center click that allows you to scroll up, down, left, and right. I've got the cutest little Intel sticker. Look at this tiny thing, it's smaller than my thumbnail. The tiniest little Intel Inside sticker. I'm not entirely sure what this button does. We'll have to test it out when I turn it on. Also got a hardware wireless switch. And then we've got some status lights here. You know, your battery, hard drive activity, caps lock, num lock, scroll lock, all that kind of stuff, as well as your Bluetooth and internet. And then we've got another tiny little sticker here designed for Windows XP. And we've got our zoom, we got screen zoom because of course it's such a tiny screen, so if you're on like a web browser or something, you want to zoom in or zoom out. And we've also got, if you don't want to use a touchscreen, you can also use the track point thing here. You've got a power LED, as well as a hold switch, just like an iPod, and a power slider. And on the bottom here, got a vent, you got your DC in, little proprietary jack there, and your headphone and microphone jack. And on this side, you got the battery, which I'll show you guys. It's absolutely adorable. On the top here, we've got a shutter button, which is actually kind of interesting that there's a shutter button on this, as well as a memory stick slot, a vent on the top, model number, as well as a little focus adjustment for the camera, which is kind of weird that it's a hardware thing, because it's not like this is, its sole purpose is to be a camera, so it's kind of weird that they have a hardware adjustment there for the focus. And then we also got a single full-size USB port, which is nice, as well as a SIM card slot. Why all this space is taken up just for a SIM card slot, I don't know, but I'll throw a picture up of that. And on the back here, got everything. Actually, this might be an infrared blaster. Maybe if I turn it on, I don't know if it's got any battery. Oh, yeah, no battery. But we'll see if this is like an infrared blaster. And on the back here, got our battery, some vents, stylus silo thing, little telescoping stylus here, as well as a fold-out antenna, which is also kind of cute. Oh yeah, and I'll show you the battery. We've got this tiny little battery. As you saw before when I showed you guys the solutions catalog, there is an extended battery available, but it's like a little tiny laptop battery. And you've even got a little tiny Windows XP sticker on the inside. I also got some lanyard slots right here, and another one right here where the lanyard's attached. And I think that's everything on the outside here. And if we slide this up, you get a keyboard here, which is, you know, almost full-sized. You got a dedicated number row, which is nice. It's a QWERTY layout. Got your arrow keys, and it's all backlit actually. The only thing is these keys are really small. Obviously, they're very shallow, and they don't really provide any tactile feedback, so you don't really know when you've pressed a key. And since they're also like completely flush with this, it's kind of hard to type. And now on the back side here, we've got the speaker kind of goes on both sides. We've got the other part of the speaker here, and the rear-facing camera. Now, I would imagine that this rear-facing camera, the reason why they put this on here, I mean, obviously it's such a small device, you can just, you know, point and shoot. Why not put a second camera on there? But I could see this being kind of useful for like, maybe like scientists or something who are, you know, researching something out in the field, because you have this compact little computer and you got a touchscreen on it, so you can just use your fingers, and it can run whatever software you need because it's a full x86 computer. And you know, you can also take pictures and stuff with this camera right here. And because it has that SIM card, you have a data connection, so you can pretty much do everything you could at an office except on the go. So it's actually pretty cool. Anyways guys, thanks for watching. This is part 1 of the video. Stay tuned for part 2, where I take a little bit more of a look at the actual user experience of this device, you know, the kind of modifications they did to Windows to make it a little more touch friendly, what it's like using those accessories, getting a little more in-depth on this device and its software. But thank you guys for watching. I think this is really cool. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Make sure to leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, whatever you want to do. and peace out.